I would describe my ethnic identity as being Cuban, Korean, and Irish. So on my mom's side, my grandfather, he was dispersed from his homeland, so he experienced diaspora, and him and his mother and his sister, they fled from, or they basically fled from Cuba before the government collapsed, and they had this knowledge because my grandfather's father worked for the government, and he was able to tell his family that they needed to leave Cuba before the government would collapse. So they did, and they left Cuba, and then they came to Pennsylvania and Philadelphia area, and then my grandmother and my aunt moved to Miami, and my grandfather stayed in Philadelphia. And on my dad's side, my grandmother was born in South Korea, and she married my grandfather on my dad's side, who's Irish, and they met during the Vietnam War, and I believe, and he had taken her back from her, they met in the war, and then she came to America with him. So kind of the cultural ecology of South Korea was changing, and it was a lot of stuff was happening in the area, and it was a very conflicting area. So it was good for my grandmother to be able to come to the US, but she was still not really able to immerse into the culture, and she wasn't able to have cultural divergence and take some of her culture and still have it. Well, she does have there is parts of her culture here in Philadelphia. She goes to a lot of Korean markets and has a lot of people in the Korean community, but she wasn't able really to ever learn English completely, or get acclimated to the United States climate, even though she's been here for over 60 years or 50 years.